Dear brothers and sisters, I welcome you all to hear and see this video message. In this video, I am going to explain how hate speech against Muslims affect their community and it should be prevented in India for making a secular nation and peaceful nation. Content for this video I given in the description. You can go through and study. In India, 2022 New Year started with a perversive attack on the country's Muslims. On January 1, photographs of more than 100 Muslim women appeared on an app called Bulli Bai with the claim that they were for sale as maids. Prominent journalists, actors and activists were among those who were targeted. The apparent attempt to sexualize, humiliate and force into silence politically active and socially prominent Muslim women understandably enraged India's 200 million strong Muslim community. After significant backlash, the app was taken down and several arrests were made in relation to the incident. Even a train tragedy in India is being blamed on Muslims online. The Odisha train accident involving 3 trains has claimed approximately 275 lives and left 1,000 injured. But that has not stopped unscrupulous elements from attempting to add a communal angle to the tragedy that took place on June 2, 2023. On social media, posts alleged a white structure near the tracks was a mosque, implying that members of the Muslim community were purportedly involved in the accident. This post went viral, forcing the Odisha police to issue a clarification about handles mischievously giving communal color to the tragic train accident. The building is not a mosque at all. It is an ISKCON temple. The temple head Chaitanya Chandra Das told News Laundry it was built nearly 20 years ago and has no connection whatsoever to the Muslim community. Speaking about Muslim women protesting against discriminatory legislation in 2020, Adityanath asked his followers to feed them bullets, not biryani. That is traditional North Indian Muslim cuisine. Today, many Hindu nationalists view Adityanath as an able politician who might eventually replace Indian Prime Minister Modi to the head to the Hindu nationalist Bharatiya Janata Party. When the government mishandled the initial COVID-19 outbreak, the government joined online miscreants in falsely accusing Muslims of deliberately spreading the virus. When the country's initial outbreak of the COVID-19 emerged among foreign missionaries attending an Islamic conference hosted by Tabligh Jamaat in March 2020, Hindu nationalists spread conspiracy theories about COVID-19 being a sacred Muslim flag with the hashtag Corona Jihad going viral across an array of social media platforms. Fake news stories of Muslims deliberately spreading the coronavirus by spitting on food, restaurant utensils and passers-by were liked and shared by millions of social media users, as were caricatures of Muslim terrorists wearing the virus instead of suicide vest and the virus dressed up in Islamic clothing. These fake stories, conspiracies and social media memes were picked up and amplified by right-wing media outlets, causing an almost historical fear and hatred of Muslims among the Hindu population, which unsurprisingly led to an increase in incendiary hate speech, false claims and vicious rumors intended to encourage violence and ostracize the Indian Muslim community. Indian social media today is filled with videos of self-appointed protector of Hinduism calling for lynching of Muslims, an act so common that it hardly makes news anymore. High-profile Hindu supremacists are seldom booked for hate speech, as Modi himself has told election rallies, people creating violence can be identified as their clothes. There will be worse days coming due to communal violence. The Bajrang Dal is training and encouraging youngsters to provoke others using hate speech. If people are uploading their speech, it means they have full support for their words. That organization has to take all the responsibility for it. Even the Prime Minister Modi ji follows some of the most poisonous hate super spreaders on Twitter. In today's world, when hate groups have their own social media accounts and bigotry can pester in hidden places in cyberspaces, it can be even harder to counterattack such intolerance. There should not be tolerance for hate speech and ethnic stereotyping. When hate speech begins, people may initially see it is as harmless, but it does not always end up as so. Hate speech is the foundation for genocide. Instances of communal carnage such as Gujarat 2002 are not spontaneous acts. They are meticulously planned and organized over a long period of time where hate speech and hate propaganda play a major role. During the Second World War, the kind of hate speech led to the execution of 6 million Jews genocide. The Rwandan genocide showed that where hate speech and propaganda are so persuasive, lives can be saved if media houses inciting the tension are neutralized. The media coverage and hate speeches act like a loaded gun. Hate speech, that not free speech, that criminal speech, it is not permitted in any country. Bible talks about hate speech against Muslim in India. In Job chapter 19 verse 2 and 3. How long will you, that is Hindutva, try to crush me with your words? You have humiliated me, that is Muslims and Christians, 10 times now, and you mistreat me without shame. Also in Psalms chapter 109 verse 3, they, that is Hindutva, surrounded me with hateful words and fight against me, that is Muslims and Christians, for no reason.